Uh, this is a long poem by Hemant written in Marathi called Nadi Gheun Aaloy Sobat, and I have translated this called "I've bought a river with me." I'll just read part of it because it's a long one, but it is one of Hemant's finest poems, I think, from a very vast uh, life in poetry. I've bought a river with me. 1. The poet's mother's relationship with the drops of water trickling at the bottom of a deep well was like that of a mother with her daughter. She was beset by anxieties about that water twinkling in the darkness. She was betrothed to water, but no one understood her lamentations, nor the inevitability of her being a poet's mother. 2. Like a poem, she wanted to live with water near the well, and if she could have mustered the courage, directly in water at the bottom of the well, and if not that, she would have preferred to remain an orphan. But the people around her arranged to get her married, and in doing so, opened the unsettled path towards becoming a poet's mother. Poems are never orphaned. There's always someone seeking them. The poet's mother, too, never felt orphaned in the orphanage. Thinking her naive like a poem, everyone cared for her, and, as was her nature, she was concerned about everyone. She braided their hair, dabbed their scalps with grated coconut. Such was her simple, everyday life. And then, from the orphanage, she was brought directly to the village, the way poems come to a poet's mind. But all she could do was braid hair and hand out numbered pills in the dispensary. In other words, which poem would a patient have to read in order to feel better? Before her marriage, no one taught her how to roll chapatis or cook vegetables, nor did she think to learn, nor did it interest her. In those days, often girls rarely found husbands. It was all good if they knew how to serve, for those whom they served would instruct them in all that needed to be done. It was a sign of being stupid, just like a poet. A poet understands very late in life that poetry can feed the mind, but not the belly. Then she had children. She brought them up somehow, while the other orphan, who was her husband, taught her how to make chapatis and how to cook vegetables. She was a poet, even if she wrote no poetry. In those days, which poet was ever interested in inconsequential stories? 3. Every dawn she would rise, sometimes not having slept through the night, and place a bucket under the feeble trickle of water in that huge well before the whole village awoke. And her immense gain would be 2 pots of water, one big and one small. Nothing was said, but in the middle of the night, if you woke up and saw her face, you would know that through the night she might have dreamt of the well, the rivulet inside the well, dribbling with drops of water, the drip, drip, drop of water. Seeing the emotions on her face, the poet would understand her dreams and her worries. Like the joy that floods a poet's mind after writing a good poem, one could see the bliss on her face and know at that moment she had become water, gurgling, flowing from the brimful well, the bliss of gurgling water in the well, of her dreams turning into a gurgling river, flowing playfully over her body. She had the habit of talking in her sleep, an eye of waking with a start, as if an umbilical cord still connected me to her. Through her, I have been blessed with the temperament of living entirely in my imagination and have been granted a host of mental disabilities, like having sweet daydreams, just like Mungeri Lal.